Welcome to Vagabond Builds with James and Sandu, and today we're going to be comparing two Subarus. To my right, I have the 2025 Subaru Forester in the premium trim, and to my left, I have a Subaru Outback 2025 in the premium trim. And we're going to go ahead and compare both of these, for you guys here in this video. We're going to dive in and not waste your guys' time. Just don't forget to like and subscribe, and stay tuned because we're also going to be using our hanky-dory measuring tape to measure our cargo areas, because that's what we started doing here at our channel. Now let's talk about the powertrain options that you get in both. Starting with the Forester, two powertrain options. You get a 2.5 liter 4-cylinder naturally aspirated option. That's going to be paired together with their linear-tronic CVT, that is known as a continuously variable transmission. That pushes 180 horsepower with 178 pounds-feet of torque. Well, you also get an option with regards to a hybrid that's going to also change that horsepower number. Okay, so hybrid in the Forester option and also a naturally aspirated option. Here in the Subaru Outback, again, two options, same 2.5 liter naturally aspirated 4-cylinder engine that's coming in at like 182 horsepower, 176 pounds-feet of torque. But you also get not a hybrid option in the Subaru Outback, but you get a turbo option. So they add a turbo onto that 2.4 liter with the turbo that pushes 260 horsepower, okay? So also known as the linear-tronic CVT that comes with it, all right? Now moving over to the front ends of both vehicles, okay? So on the Forester, would like to show you guys, got the LED projector, black high-gloss black housing, daytime running light up top. This is the hazard and signal light here. We just didn't leave them on. Got some dark gray glossy trim going across with the Subaru emblem. Lower than that, matte high gloss upper grille. Further lower, matte black plastic lower bumper fascia finish, okay? Active air vents for both grills, all right? Now if we come over to the Subaru Outback, a little bit more premium look on the Subaru Outback, I have to say. A little bit more character. Got the more squinted headlights, the LED projector, as well as the halogen parking marker. Matte black plastic all around here. This is not an active brake vent, so this is closed off. It's just there for kind of the character. LED fog lights with more matte black plastic lower grille and trim, as well as some dark gray glossy trim, just like the Forester, and some matte black plastic grille. Okay, shooting over to the side of the vehicles. Remember the wheels, when we're talking wheels, your rims are going to change depending on your trims, okay? But we're just going to compare premium to premium between Forester and Outback. Starting with the Forester, we have the Geolandar G91 tires, Yokohama, and the size is a 225/60/17. Standalone shock spring strut suspension. Moving over to the Subaru Outback, the wheel well trim is a bit thicker up here. I have to say that before I talk about the tire. We're running a Yokohama Avid GT tire, and the size on that tire is a 225/65/17. Okay, rims are completely different. Machine surface silver. On the Outback is a gunmetal gray on the interior side. On the Forester is a high gloss black on the interior side, okay? Take a look at the wheel well trim. Sorry that I kind of threw you guys off there. Wheel well trim is completely different on the Outback versus the Forester, a little bit smaller. But you do get some cuts here for the character of that vehicle, all right? No cuts here, but it's just a bigger trim, all right? Over to the side mirrors, slightly different on the side mirrors. Forester comes with a dark gray gloss on top, matte black plastic on the bottom, no integration of blinker lighting. Over to the Outback, get a high gloss black top, integrated blinker lighting, chrome trim going around all the way over to the side mirror, and matte black plastic on the bottom. Over to the doors. I'm going to open up the doors so you guys get an idea. Way bigger door on the Forester, okay? More kind of an SUV-ish door. Here on the Outback, again, more of a sedan, right? They're both, to me, they're kind of both a crossover, if you ask me. They look like it. One's just a little bit bigger, but keyless fob entry on both. Smart access, so you can keep your key fob in your purse or pocket, pull those handles and it'll open up. Another thing I forgot to mention on those side mirrors, they do come blind spot assist and they are heated. Up top, both have roof rails, but get a load of the difference of roof rails. A little bit more simplified roof rail. These are added on accessories, so don't let that fool you. But roof rails are completely different. But look at the roof rail on this Outback. I have to say, this is awesome. This roof rail looks really good. Okay, you could also add different options onto these as well. All right, come over to the rear. When I stop by Outback here on the back lower trim, on the back door of the lower trim. No Forester here, okay? Coming over to the rear, this is where you see your main difference here, okay? Now, I'm gonna give you guys some quick dimensions real quick on the Subaru Forester first. So Subaru Forester on the dimensions is going to be 183 inches in length, 72 inches in width, and 68 inches in height with a 105-inch wheelbase and 8.7-inch ground clearance. Numbers change on the Outback. The Outback is going to be 192 inches in length, so literally that's 9 inches longer, 74 inches in width, so it's 2 inches wider than the Forester, okay? And this is where it changes. You get 66 inches on height, where the Forester is actually 2 inches taller, okay? And 108-inch wheelbase, so you got a longer wheelbase on the Outback with also 8.7 inches of ground clearance on both, all right? Big difference, you got the boxier shape on the back of the Forester, symmetrical all-wheel drive, letting you know both of them have the all-wheel drive system, symmetrical. Back here, a little bit more curved down, kind of a more sportier back model look. Up top, spoiler with the matte black plastic going down the back glass, privacy glass with the wiper. Tail lights, this is what the tail lights look like. All right, the halogen tail lights, as well as Outback. This is what your tailgate looks like. All-wheel drive, symmetrical Subaru. Dropping down over to the matte black plastic bumper fascia with some parking reflectors in your exhaust tip. It's going to be tucked away on your driver's side. Okay. Over to the Forester. Again, more boxier shape. All right, you're going to see that on the interior side of the cargo. Spoiler up top, brake light, privacy glass with the wiper, matte black plastic trim. So a lot of similarities. You can tell they're both of the same family. Tail lights here, the LED, got the black housing light. I feel like these tail lights on the premium of the Forester a little bit more higher grade. Subaru here on the left, Forester integrated into the tailgate. Dropping down, more matte black plastic bumper fascia, but no parking reflectors here, but they're up here in the corner of the bumpers, okay? Let's go ahead and open up the tailgates and talk cargo now, okay? So with the Forester cargo, let's go ahead and give you guys those numbers. Forester cargo, 28 cubic feet of space with that second row seat up, 69 cubic feet of space with that second row seat down. Let's go ahead and measure those so you guys get an idea of what it looks like. 36 inches from the back of the back bench, which is about 3 feet. Depending on where your seat's at, forward or back, you're gonna get about 72, 73 inches, which is about 6 feet, 6 feet 1 inches. And in between the wheel well, we're gonna get about 43 inches, which is about 3 feet 7 inches, okay? So you can fit some dishwashers back here and whatnot. We have topographic liners down, 12-volt outlet here on the left, as well as some cubby room on the right and on the left as well, okay? Under the mat, got your tire situation going on. Right under this foam piece is your tires stuff, okay? Over to the Subaru Outback now. Let's go ahead and give you numbers. Second row seat up, 33 cubic feet of space. Second row seat down, 77 cubic feet of space. Let's go ahead and measure those as well. Hopefully this helps for you guys. 42 inches in length, 3 feet 6 inches, so it's longer back here than the Forester. We're gonna pull this lever. Hopefully that, see, there you go. Now, 76 inches, 6 feet 4 inches, again, depending on your front seat, give and take away from that. A lot of room, honestly. And then between the wheel well trims, 43 inches, so almost about the same, okay? Again, in this crossover, you can fit dishwashers, refrigerators, whatever you want, you know? Few dead bodies. I'm just joking, clearly. On the right-hand side, got some cubby room, 12-volt outlet. Instead of the driver's side like the Forester, the 12-volt outlet is on the passenger side, all right? And I find these to be very useful just to drop those back benches. We're gonna go ahead and show you guys measuring the entryway here. About 34 inches in the measuring of the entry, as well as here about 44 inches here as well. Come over to the Forester. I should have showed you guys this, I just forgot, but Sandy reminded me. You're getting a bigger entryway here with 34 to 35 inches. About 34, because you don't want to hit that liner. And then wideness here. Let's go ahead and show you guys this. About 46 inches, 47 inches, okay? So there goes your numbers. Now that we're done talking about the powertrain options, showing you guys the differences on exteriors and cargo, let's go ahead and talk interiors. Before we continue with this video, if you find yourself in the Sacramento, California, or the greater Sacramento area like Rockland, Roseville, Elk Grove, and many other cities, if you need a passenger van rental for the friends and the family for the fun activities such as San Francisco, Napa Valley Wine Country, Yosemite, Lake Tahoe, Yellowstone, and many other places, use the link in the description below and rent from Vagabond Van Rentals. We also deliver. Thanks, guys. Let's go ahead and continue with this video. Continuing with the inside, first with the Forester, okay? So starting with the passenger seat, cloth canvas look. Got the blue with the black, the blue stitching as well. Manual controlled on the passenger seat. Electric controlled on the driver. In front of that passenger seat, we have a non-lockable glove compartment, as well as some textured design on the dashboard. Over to the screen itself, the 11-inch screen. We got some apps going on. Wanted to show you guys what that looks like. You can go ahead and mess around. The screens and interface are pretty much the same on both vehicles. You can check the weather, check your oil temp, your water temp, and whatnot. So much more. Now, here you can mess around, touch sensitive, slightly laggy. You can check the apps, Android Auto, Apple CarPlay, traveling. On the Forester here in the Premium, you do not have navigation, okay? You don't have the Starlink. Over to the touch sensitive. Let's go ahead and press the car icon. Got the X mode, the cruise control, acceleration, so much more. The driving assistance, your tech control. All right, dropping down, heated seats, vent controls. This is what it's going to look like. You can turn that off, and you also have the vent temperature controls on the right and on the left of that touch-sensitive screen. Your hard knobs for your tune, your volume, and your hazards. Lower than that screen, we got a USB-C, aux, USB-A, wireless charging pad, shift lever, cup holders. This is what your Forester key fob is going to look like. 12-volt outlet here, as well as your parking brake, center console, pretty simple, and some more room. Over to your cluster, pretty much same gauge cluster gauges and that digital screen on both Subaru and Forester, so not much difference. We left the car. Let's go ahead and turn the car on. This is what it looks like. You can mess around with the info card there in the center, but I can't do that because the door is open. So once you close that door, you'll see tire pressure. You can mess around with, check your oil and whatnot. On the right-hand side, we have the windshield wiper lever. On the left-hand side, lighting lever. Ways to control the cruise control on the right, along with your sensors and your drive modes. On the left-hand side, we have the phone controls, voice control, the source, your media, and your volume, okay? Left-hand side of the manual steering column, some switches, one button there to turn off that tailgate usage, another button to open up that tailgate. Over to the door panel. That's what the door panel looks like with the window switches, unlock, lock button, and side mirror controls. Okay, let's go ahead and shine some light on that door panel. Hopefully it's a good look, okay? Now that we're done with the front side, let's shoot over to the second row seating. But I wanted to show you guys big tilt moonroof option. Honestly, the Forester has the Outback beat right here, okay? Now let's do second row seating. Now to put things into perspective for you guys, I'm about 6 feet 2 inches tall. Now the Forester's completely more than enough on the room with the leg clearance here and here. I did forget to mention that the leg room on the front side is about 43 inches, okay, 43.3 to be exact. And here in the back is about 39, okay? That's in inches. We're gonna go ahead and give you those numbers as we're in the Outback as well. Let's go ahead and show you guys what it looks like. Armrest, cup holders in the armrest, as well as a dual pocket on the back of each front seat. In between those two front seats, we have the air vents, USB-C, USB-A plug-in, okay? Pretty much for the second row seating, great feel. You have that glass kind of right in front of you here. Now we're gonna see some differences right now in the Outback. Now inside the Outback, and I have to mention to you guys right off the bat, I do feel like the Outback is a little bit more premium on the feel with the design on the seats. The way the dashboard is designed just feels a little bit more upgraded, okay? Now, the legroom here is 42.8, which is about half an inch smaller. The back, pretty much the same, coming in at 39.5. So, literally exactly the same, because the Forester I just didn't mention, but it's a 39.4. This is a 39.5, all right? Now, let's go ahead and shoot you guys over real quick. Center console area. We got the dual center console levels. All right, with the 12-volt outlet here. Cup holders, nice and big, way big cup holders. And here's the key fob to the Outback, so they resemble each other. Shift lever, parking brake, USB-C, USB-A, and an aux. Up top, we have that same screen, the 11-inch screen with the same setup on the temperature controls. The only difference is you get the Starlink map here, the navigation, and this is what it looks like. Everything else with regards to heated seats, Android Auto, Apple CarPlay, you got that all in here, okay? You can also slide that over too, okay? You can also, check this out, pretty much similar. Over to the driver cockpit cluster screen. Like I said, gauges are the same with a little digital screen there. You can change your info cards. On the steering wheel, pretty much same, the cruise control. On the left-hand side, we have your media, your telephone, whatnot, and to control that little card there in the center of those gauges. We have regen paddles for that CVT transmission that you don't get in the Forester. Windshield wiper lever on the right and lighting lever on the left. Over to the left-hand side of the steering column, pretty much similar with turning off that tailgate and opening that tailgate button. Door panels look a lot different with regards to the premium look. I feel like there's more character on the Outback. Window switches and unlock lock button with your side mirrors. Up top, remember I told you guys the Forester has it beat because this tilt slide moonroof option is a whole lot smaller than the Forester, okay? So you get a bigger glass on the Forester, which I like, all right? Now we're pretty much done with the front side. Let's shoot over to second row seating, talk price tags, and drop those MSRP stickers. Now second row seating in the Outback. Get a load of what I was talking about. Pretty much the feel of the space is the same. Head clearance completely there on both, okay? So no complaining on either or. I typically complain about that when we do comparisons. But armrest, cup holders. In front, we got pockets. We don't have the dual pockets. We just have the single pockets. The Forester have the two-stage pockets. Vents, USB-C, USB-A plug-in. Something slightly different is you have a lever here to drop this backrest, okay? Well, to drop it back down, okay? To increase that angle, let me show you. All right. Now this is way more comfortable, I have to say. Now let's talk some price tag. So prices, first on the Forester, $36,200 and some change. Now on the Outback, you're getting about $36,000 and 66 bucks or whatever. Literally a difference in this video of 200 bucks. Both have the Group 15 package. So here's the MSRP sticker. First to the Forester. Get a load of what it comes with and the price tag on top, like I said, $36,200 and some change. And now here's the MSRP sticker to the Outback. Hopefully this video helped you guys out and hopefully you guys can make your decision. Honestly, if you ask me, I don't know which one I would go with personally. Make your choice. Thank you so much for watching our channel at Vagabond Builds with James and Sandu. If you got something for us to film, right here's our email. Email us below and we can talk details later. Thank you so much. God bless you.